It's a Monday morning. The vibe, the energy. It is Greg T live from Ray Catena Mercedes-Benz in Edison, New Jersey, right here on Route 1 in your own backyard. Doors open up at 10. Show begins at 11. It is electric. You never know who's going to show up on the show. You never know what the show's going to talk about. It's the podcast show that you never knew that you needed. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's start the countdown in 5. Feel it. 4. Oh. Feel the heart rush. 3. Look at this beautiful showroom here at Ray Catena Mercedes-Benz in Edison, New Jersey on Route 1, the showroom of all showrooms. It is the most amazing showroom you're ever going to be a part of because there is no other showroom quite like it. And let's do it now in 2, which means we've only got 1 second to go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the podcast of all podcasts is live. It's Greg T Live on a Monday morning. Let's go.
Welcome to Greg T Live, episode 30. We are back at home base at Ray Catena Mercedes-Benz in Edison, New Jersey. Today's show is sponsored by CNC Heating and Cooling. We are super excited to continue rolling out weekly episodes alongside Ray Catena. Greg T and Garrett, take it away.
All right, and we are back at it again. Episode 30. Bro, 30. Give me some. 30. 30 episodes right here live from Ray Catena Mercedes-Benz in Edison, New Jersey.
Let's wrap it up.
Doors open up at 10. Show starts at 11. All right, we're done. Show's over.
No. Let's make this the last
Show's over. Going home.
Last,
That's it. Done.
last one.
So we're done after this? We're not. No more shows?
Let's wrap it up.
You can't. I already have a guest for next week already. I don't want to let the guest down.
Well, you know, everyone loves a comeback, so.
Oh, please. Tell me all about that. I love that saying. Everybody loves a comeback. Anyway, I'm Greg T. That's Garrett, and this is Greg T Live. We do it every single Monday from Ray Catena's showroom, whether it's in Edison, New Jersey, where we are today, or we're in Freehold, like where we're going to be next week. It is Greg T Live, the podcast. Hey, what's up, bro? What's going on?
Not much.
What's new with you?
You got some sass to you today.
I got some sass?
Yeah.
I don't know. Every now and then you wake up and you're kind of like, whatever. No, it's just everything. I have no cares today.
I
have no cares.
I could tell.
Yeah, you know, it is what it is. Some weekends are better than other weekends. I had a boring weekend is what it was. I have nothing exciting to talk about.
Absolutely nothing.
Really and truly, this weekend honestly just flew by. There was nothing really great to brag about. And when you don't have like a really great, exciting weekend, when Monday rolls around, you're kind of like, it's Monday.
So if you were to do something life-changing, exciting,
if it was a fun, crazy weekend,
you would be in like the A+ mood right
now.
Yeah,
because then you want to come back to work and you want to come back and tell your friends all about it on a Monday morning. You want to have a good time. But, you know, the weekend was just not special. I mean, the weather worked out really well. It was great. I was able to have a couple of cigars. I hung out.
You're back
to
smoking?
Ted.
You're back to smoking?
Smoking a little bit here and there, you know. I love when you bring up these most uncomfortable conversations. It's not fun at all, but you do that so perfectly. You're back to smoking again? Yeah. Why bring that up?
Because you haven't mentioned that you smoke, and then all of a sudden you're like, smoking some cigars again, and
yeah. Well, you had some cigars over the weekend, so that was always that was fun. But other than that, there really wasn't anything to write home about. We had some ice cream, you know, and
wait, you
that's
said
it.
What?
Had some ice cream. What?
Ice cream.
Ice cream. That's what I said. We had some ice cream.
No, you're emphasizing the cream.
Oh, we had some ice cream.
Ice cream.
Ice cream. Well, that's what it is. It's ice cream. Iced cream. We had some ice cream.
You're emphasizing the cream.
Well, how would you say ice cream?
Ice cream.
But that's like when you say it in a lazy way. I'll have some ice cream. That's just like,
why not?
Whose phone is that?
Someone's
phone. Someone's phone's ringing. No, we had some ice cream. Ice cream.
It doesn't feel right.
But that's what it is. It's iced cream.
Yeah, but you might as well emphasize the ice, too.
Iced cream is ice cream.
Ice cream.
No, listen. When you say it fast and lazy, you say ice cream. But really, it's iced cream. So if I say we had some ice cream.
There's no D.
Iced cream.
No,
yes, there is.
Ice cream.
iced cream
There's
ice cream.
There's no D.
There is. It is iced. ICED, which is iced, and then it's cream.
It's ice. ICE.
No, it's ICED.
It's
iced.
It's ice.
No, it's not. It's iced. ICED. It's iced cream. That is the proper pronunciation of ice cream.
It's ice cream.
No, it's not.
It is.
Look it up. It is iced, ICED, and then it's cream, CREAM, which is iced cream, and that makes ice cream. That makes ice cream. It's frozen milk. That's what ice cream is.
I know what ice cream is, but the way you're saying it and adding more letters to it, it's not the case.
I can't believe you spent 5 minutes discussing whether it's called ice cream or ice cream. Either way, it is what it is. But anyway, there really wasn't much to do this weekend. This weekend was kind of just boring. There wasn't much fun. So that's why today is just kind of like a boring Monday.
I think you haven't found your groove yet because your daughter went away to school. She's at Alabama.
1 week. She spent 1 week. I was surprised that.
You're telling me out of 1 week, the wheels have just fallen off the house at the Greg T house because if she were to be home, I think you would have had the same.
Well, we're trying to get into a new rhythm.
Exactly.
You know, that's what it is that the house is not the same without one child. And because that child is like not away with a friend, you know, for a couple of days coming back home, the child is actually gone for like the next month or two. It definitely changes the family dynamic. So you have to kind of get into a rhythm again of like what you want to do. And the other child being Ella's having a great time because now she gets spoiled with everything.
Right.
Basically, it's like Ella, what do you want to do for dinner? Ella, what do you want to do for breakfast? Ella, what do you want to do tomorrow? Like it's basically Ella gets to call the shots for everything that she wants to do while Jade is away at Bama Rush. But by the way, have you been following Bama Rush?
No.
Why? Why?
I have no need to.
I can't get over it. I have been following. I'm glued to what's going on in Alabama. The Bama Rush is so out of control. Thousands of girls are rushing, and they're all, you know, in these sororities. It is crazy how they do their TikTok dances and stuff like that to encourage other girls to want to join their house. I mean,
Spend thousands of dollars.
Oh my gosh. Me and Trish can't stop watching it. Again, we probably would not be watching it if Jada wasn't at Alabama. I'll give you that.
Okay, so now you understand why I don't watch it.
Okay, but you know somebody that's watching. You know somebody like
I know you that's watching.
Yeah, but if I knew that your daughter was doing something, I would be more, you know, enticed to, you know, look for it on my Instagram to like follow and see like, oh, let me see what Garrett and Allie have been talking about, you know?
Right.
But like you didn't even do that.
No.
No. Then I have nothing to talk to you about.
Well,
other than you should do yourself a favor. You'll be mind blown. Because what do you follow on Instagram? Like, is there anything in particular that you have to go watch on Instagram?
No, whatever the feed comes up. But for me personally, like to follow a sorority, it just it feels a little creepy.
No, it's not. It's not about being creepy. You're not. You're
As
not
a guy that doesn't have any kids in college.
No, but you want to. But it's so big that it's happening. You just want to take part in it. Like if there's a big topic, if there's a big story. Like for instance, one of the camera guys were telling me about that coffee shop.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Right. That's all over the internet right now. Right.
You're in Jersey. Yes.
Right. So like you don't just love coffee, but it's a crazy story to be a part of.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. So you don't love, you know, Alabama Rush of sororities, but there's a crazy story that's going on. You'd want to, you know, turn it on and see what it's all about.
I mean, well, I also think because you know what rushing fraternities is all about,
right?
You have more of a piqued interest.
Yes, but even what I went through is nothing compared to what's going on in Alabama. You cannot compare Fairleigh Dickinson to Alabama. It's unbelievable.
Alabama's a little bit more structured.
Oh my God, is it ever structured? And it is on steroids. It is Rush times like 100. It's unbelievable. Oh, I have a great video. I'll show you. I'll let the viewers at home see it. I will turn it around and I'll post it up later on. But I will show you this. This is really cute. It's the moment that Jada finds out what sorority that she's in.
She doesn't get to pick?
No. Well, there's a whole system to it, you know? So you pick, but you don't pick. You choose as many as you can, and then some of them, like, you know, they they deny you or they say yes, they clear you.
Right.
So you go to the next level, then the next level, and the next level.
Okay.
And then on Sunday morning, everybody goes into the stadium in Alabama, right? They count it down. So she has it in her manila envelope right over here. And then she turns it around. So she's so excited, screaming, because that's the one that she wanted to be in. AO Pi, Alpha Omicron Pi.
Oh, that was the one Allie was a part of.
You're kidding me. Allie's AO Pi?
When she went to Wagner.
Wait a second. My sister's a part of AO Pi in Maryland.
So does that make us like connected? Or
I guess, yeah. So they're all sisters. Yeah. So AO Pi. So she got into it, and it was just it's pandemonium. All thousands of girls screaming on the top of their lungs, to get so excited to see what
fraternities do the same thing.
No.
It's more underground.
No, totally. Yeah, the fraternity's completely different.
More like wearing cloaks and
well,
things.
that's at the very end. But no, just to rush a fraternity, completely different. It's like, can you stand on your head and drink a beer and play beer pong at the same time? Okay, you're in.
So the sorority is more classy.
Which, by the way, brings me up to another conversation of beer games. Like, are you playing beer games right now? Like, do you know any good beer games that you like?
Well, outside of the typical, F the dealer,
the dice game, beer pong.
Yeah, left, right, center.
Yeah, left, right, center. I'm going to be honest with you. I've never been a fan of drinking games. And I know that people are probably watching this right now going, what? But I'm just not a fan of drinking games. But I never was, even when I was in a fraternity. Well, like when you had to play with your thumb, like you had to put the thumb down on the table.
Right.
And the last person to notice the thumb had to drink.
That was Kings, yeah.
The Kings, right. Like I was never a fan. I just wasn't. I don't know why we did it. I just wasn't a fan of it. I'd rather socialize.
I've known you for 20 plus years.
Yeah, the first time I'm telling you this? You're shocked?
I don't think I've ever seen you drink a beer.
I'm not a beer drinker.
No, well, that's what I'm saying. So,
Nope.
so it makes sense of why you wouldn't be into said games.
I guess you're right.
I've never seen you with any type of beer, just in a can.
If I go to a restaurant where
you're drinking wine, that's
yeah.
I've only seen you drink wine.
But if it's a barbecue place and let's say I'm with you and you're a beer drinker, right? And I'm not a beer drinker, I will have I will have one beer with you. I will share a beer with you.
Yeah, but I don't even think I could remember like the visual of you holding a beer, not even like at a bar. It's always
hard liquor.
Hard liquor.
That's right. Always been.
Which makes a lot of sense.
I don't know why. I just I've gravitated towards my vodka, my gin, my bourbons.
Did you stop that like around college?
I think once I got out of college, I was like, I'm done with this.
You're done with beer.
I was done with it. Yeah, I was able to, because listen, if you're in college and you buy a bottle and you bring a bottle home.
I thought you were about to say burp the alphabet.
No, when you bring a bottle home of like a good bourbon or something like that, or a whiskey or whatever it might be, and you bring it back to your fraternity house, that bottle is gone within minutes of you walking in with a good bottle. That is gone. So I was kind of like, you know what, I'm not going to waste it here. So when I finally graduated and I had my own money, then I went out and I started buying my own alcohol. And then that's how it went. But yeah, no, a beer thing I'm just not a beer guy. My brother-in-law loves beer. Like he drinks any and all beers. Well, no, Paul will drink a good beer. He won't waste his time on a crappy beer. My other brother-in-law...
he's a craft beer snob.
Yeah, but my other brother-in-law, he drinks any and all beers. Loves beers. But he got into it. He really did.
Michelle's husband?
No. The Trisha's brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he really enjoys a good beer as well. But he does like back research on it. He goes to breweries for special ones. Like he'll travel. He'll go with his friends on like a tour to go see a baseball game. And then when he's there, he'll realize, oh, there's a brewery nearby. Let's specifically go to this brewery to try this beer. Like he goes all out to try different beers. Like that's dedication. That is, I can't. But
yeah, just give me the can. Give it to me in the glass.
Although, if you did your research, right?
Right.
If it was, because sometimes Joe will say that to me. Joe will say, hey, listen, I was in Seattle and I got these great beers. You got to try one. I would do it for him, like for that. Because it's like it's a different type of a beer. It's not like the one you're going to, buy in your local liquor store, Then I would try a beer like that. But beer doesn't grab me.
No, I had that revelation thinking about, like, I've never really seen you drink a beer.
Not a beer guy. Not a beer guy at all.
But you know what? Your daughter's going to come home and be like...
You think she's going to gain the freshman 15?
Well, yeah, I'm sure it's common for everybody that does it because you're into a new atmosphere. But, she's very athletic, and she's going to be dancing her blood off. So.
The first 2 days, she called us, and she says, hey, where do I go eat? She calls us. And we're like, what are you talking about? And she's like, I don't know where to go eat. We're like, what? What did you eat yesterday? And she's like, my roommate had a couple of things in the refrigerator, so I ate some of that. We're like, you haven't eaten in 2 days? And she was like, I don't know where to go to eat. And I'm like, well, Jada, you're an adult now. You have to go do your own thing. You have to go find your own food.
I get it. I mean, it is.
She's getting accustomed to the way of living at college.
It is a big ass school, so
it is.
It's intimidating that first couple of weeks. You don't know where to go, where to do laundry,
where to go.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't know where to go. He walked himself right into it. He doesn't know where to go.
I incorporate that secretly, like a Taylor Swift Easter egg.
Taylor Swift. We have to talk about that. We will. We're going to talk about Taylor Swift and whether or not we think that she is doing the halftime show for this year's Super Bowl. We're going to get into that. But we do have to take a quick break, though.
Should we book someone named Taylor Swift on the show just to have the headline?
That would be so much fun. Oh, my God. I love that idea. All right, listen, guys, we're going to take a quick break. If you're a small business and you'd like to advertise right here on this podcast.
Or Taylor Swift.
Then please do. I want you to reach out to me at Greg T Live on Instagram. Again, it's Greg T Live on Instagram. If you're watching us right now on YouTube, hello to everybody. And if you're listening to us on Spotify or on, whatever, I don't know, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, hello to you guys as well. And if you're a small business, then again, please reach out to me at Greg T Live. We'll make sure that you are a Where to Go for next week. But until then, these are this week's Where to Goes. This is Where to Go.
Well, thanks to Greg T, Red Tomato Urban Pizzeria is stuck in my head. What color is the tomato? Red Tomato. Red Tomato has been serving Marlboro, Colts Neck, and Manalapan communities with your favorite Italian dishes and delicious pizza for years. And Red Tomato offers gluten-free options and cauliflower crust personal pizzas. Red Tomato is in the Wawa Shopping Center on Route 520, and you can go ahead and order ahead of time at redtomatonj.com. What color is the tomato? Red Tomato. That's where to go.
Where to go? When your comfort's on the line, we'll trust the team that New Jersey counts on. That's CNC, air, heat, plumbing, and electric. Whether it's a sweltering summer day or a freezing winter night, CNC always keeps your home running right. From fast AC repairs to expert heating installs, even those electrical upgrades, these CNC pros, they do it all. Family owned, locally trusted, and available 24/7. Schedule your online service today at cncair.com. That's CNC, air, heat, plumbing, and electric.
Now, if you don't know, Playa Bowls is the popular chain specializing in acai bowls, smoothies, and other superfruit-based treats. Now, Playa Bowls got started back in 2014 right at the Jersey Shore and has grown all across the U.S. They have bowls like acai, dragon fruit, coconut greens, topped with fresh fruit, granola, little honey, and other healthy ingredients. So as summer approaches, get beach-inspired, health-conscious smoothie bowls over at Playa Bowls in Princeton, South Brunswick, and East Windsor, New Jersey. Playa Bowls, that's where to go.
Where to go? All right, guys, and on this Monday morning, we are live from Ray Cattina Mercedes-Benz in Edison, New Jersey, right on Route 1. Doors open at 10. Oh, and as you can tell, everybody's flocking there. Come on in, everybody. Take a chair, take a seat. We have a live audience here. Show starts at 11. It's Greg T Live, the podcast show. I'm Greg T. This is Garrett. And we've got the general manager from Ray Cattina Mercedes-Benz, Doug Wells, who also sits in from time to time whenever Garrett's not here. So, Doug, welcome to the show. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. There you go.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning.
Thank you for having me.
Fresh from Italy.
I had a great trip.
I'm going to say it again.
You went to Greg T's mother country.
He goes on more vacation than anybody I know. How many vacations have you taken this year?
I took 3.
3 already. 3. And they're always like far away. They're always like in another. You always go to an island.
Went to St. Bart's in January.
St. Bart's, right? And then?
And then I went to Let's see. Well, I did do Miami. I did go to
yeah.
I did the F1.
Right, Miami.
That was really a business
That was
trip.
business, man.
He calls it a business
He's
trip.
laughing.
He's
I
in
did
Miami.
go, and I went to the Big Island of Hawaii. That was also a Mercedes-Benz business trip.
Those are vacations. Those are vacations.
And then for my 25th wedding anniversary, I went to Puglia, Italy, with my wife.
See, this guy's always on vacation.
Well, let's.
Unbelievable.
Do you know any Italian?
I learned a few things, just saying hello and goodbye. But other than
Ciao.
that, that was it.
Ciao.
Yeah.
They say, by the way, when you're there, never to say ciao.
Really?
They say not to say ciao.
Really?
Typical.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Typical American saying ciao.
And saying good, there's like a couple of different ways of saying. There's one to say in good morning, and then in the afternoon, and then one for good night.
Yeah.
So these are the things. And if you, just like even when the first time I went to Paris, they say if you at least try to say hello in their language, the reception to you is completely different than if you go, hi, how are you? And when I was in Paris a year ago, it was everybody was pleasant.
He was
in
in Paris.
Italy,
You got to cut that?
everybody was
He
pleasant.
was in Paris a year ago.
It was a business.
That was for actually because I was on my way to a Mercedes-Benz
business.
trip in Stuttgart.
Always on business. Always on business.
By the way,
Always.
you know who your coworker is now because you just bought into the Mercedes team is Bad Bunny.
I heard.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
The Petronas team.
Wow.
Yeah,
So how was Italy this time?
So Italy, if anybody ever gets the chance to go to anywhere in Italy, I always recommend go. It's one of my favorite places I've ever been. I've been there 3 times, 3 different areas. This time we went to Puglia, which is how I call it is this southern eastern. It's the heel. Goes down to the heel of the boot when you think of Italy on the map.
I'm looking. I'm looking.
So you're
at
facing like Greece.
You are not.
No, I am. I'm thinking exactly.
You are
No,
so
I know
not.
the little piece he's
You are
talking
not.
about.
You're facing Greece,
Right,
and you're
that's right.
facing like
Yeah,
Croatia and
hello,
all that.
bro. I was in Italy. I know the area.
You're
I'm
on-
trying to think of the little hook area.
You're on the Adriatic Sea.
The Adriatic Sea. I
But we stayed in a hotel, which everybody
what are
recommended.
you laughing about? What are you laughing about?
Just say like, oh, no, that's nice. You're like, oh, I know that. I know it.
I don't know it, but I know it. I know of it. I understand what he's saying. Like, I don't know the exact area, but I'm imagining, what Italy looks like on a map, and I'm imagining the hook part of it. I'm imagining the Adriatic Sea. I'm imagining all of it.
Okay.
Right. Oh, go ahead.
But
Go
we
ahead.
stayed in a hotel most of the time, for most of the trip, called Borgo Ignazia.
Do you know that?
I know that I can't say anything about it. I don't
So,
know.
If you get a chance, Google it. Check out the website. It is the most incredible hotel I've ever experienced. It's made like they make it feel like you're in an old world city, but the decor, the lighting, the decorations, every aspect of this hotel was incredible. Their beach club, incredible. Just an experience, and the staff, just incredible people. Just a real, even on Saturday night they have what they call a festival, so you actually feel like they have entertainment and all different types of food and
All
this
inside
stuff.
the hotel there.
All inside the hotel.
Oh, that's
But the
great.
hotel is gigantic,
Oh, that's great.
and you feel like you're in an old world city.
Oh, you're nice
Are
and
you
safe.
all Aperol spritzed out?
Believe it or not, I drank 0 Aperol Spritz.
What you drink?
I did drink a couple tequilas, which they don't have a lot of tequilas there. But my main thing was I was drinking wine and just casual wine. We didn't drink a lot, thank God. But the wine is delicious.
Oh,
and
of
and we
course.
tried,
The wine is
and
so
I
good
kept-
in Italy. You almost don't even get drunk. It's so delicious. It goes with every single meal, no matter what you have. I'm telling you, there's something about the way wine is made in America versus the way wine is made in a place like Italy.
Well, we go into one restaurant. I booked a steak restaurant.
Oh, nice.
So I want to tie it into a business that's here in New Jersey.
Oh my God.
So we go into this one steak restaurant, and I'm watching. Everything in the restaurant is cooked on this open fire flame.
Yeah.
Now, somebody I know lives in my town, and he's got a great restaurant down in Long Branch called the Butcher Block.
Oh yeah.
He's
Of
doing
course.
this thing now where it's
On open flames.
Open flames.
That's right. Yeah.
So here I am
You live next
experiencing.
to Tommy?
We're in the same town, so
Right.
we're few
Right.
few minutes apart. So I text Tommy from this restaurant. I take a video of this.
Oh, he must have been
restaurant
really
and
impressed.
And he was like, "Oh my God!" I said,
Yeah.
I feel like," he said, "Look, they're cooking it like you're doing,
Just like he
So
does it.
I said, "When I get back, my wife and I are going to make a reservation, and we're going to come experience this open flame,
And then you can
sit
compare
down."
it.
Well, I'm sure. To me, I think they're going to both be great. This
Of
restaurant
course.
that we were at was great, but I already know Butcher Block the way they're doing it, and
Yeah.
just by me watching the video that they have going on and the experience, I know he's not going to do anything second fiddle.
no,
it's going
not
to
at
it's going to
all,
be
yeah.
top
Don't
notch.
you wonder why the food is so good in Italy? Like why? It's so fresh.
So I'm going to tell you something My wife
They
and
don't
I,
rush you out of the restaurant.
they don't rush out of the restaurants. Even a restaurant we went to, which I'll tell you was the Grotto. It's a very famous restaurant built into a cliff that they tell you 2 hour and you got to go. But they had us like I was fighting to get a check to get out of there.
Beautiful.
But my wife and I are sitting there, and everywhere we went,
Yeah.
my wife says, "Did you notice one thing?" I said, "What's that?" Nobody's out of shape.
Right. They're all
Nobody's.
exactly.
Yep.
And she goes, "Look, they're eating like we found this great little pizza place on the beach one day. We went down in this one town, and she's like, they're eating. They're just eating." I go, because they're not eating preservatives. They're not
That's right.
eating junk. They're not
That's
eating
right.
garbage. They're
I'm
eating
convinced.
good, healthy, solid food. And the olive oil trees, we're surrounded there by olive oil trees. And what you don't realize is how old these trees are. They're sometimes thousands of years old. They actually have, I was told that sometimes they have sensors put on a lot of these trees. So if somebody tries to steal a tree,
Dead.
mandatory jail.
Unbelievable. I wonder why it is, but I'm convinced that it's happening more and more times now. People are traveling to other countries and they're coming back and they're seeing it with their own eyes that people are living a different lifestyle. They're thinner, they're healthier, they're more relaxed, and then they come here to America and we're a bunch of fat people. I'm fat. Are you fat? You would consider yourself fat.
Yeah.
You're
Nah,
fat.
he's not fat. He's just pleasant.
But like the
Pleasant.
food that we eat, it doesn't make us happy. I mean, we're eating this food, but we're just getting overweight. It's not like it doesn't help us out. But all these other countries, they're living such a better lifestyle than us. Why are they living such a better lifestyle? Why can't we live like that?
We're in one place. They handed my wife got a thing of like a chips, but it's not like a normal chip. But it was delicious.
Yeah, delicious.
And I said, and she happened to have brought a can of Pringles that we bought at the airport when we were flying, which we all think are delicious.
Right, but you can't compare them to
Then
two.
I said, turn the two of them around and look at the ingredients in these two things.
Right.
Night and day.
And the key is, I think if we ate more, like you see them eating in Italy, and even look when you're in any of the countries, you could be in Russia, you could be in Paris, France, you could be
right.
You don't see a lot of heavyweight people.
It doesn't matter what country.
And everybody always says, so when you come back from Italy, you're going to gain so much weight. You actually lose weight because you do a lot of walking.
Yeah, you do.
And everything you're eating is mostly done natural and with natural ingredients, and you're not taking in all these things that are making you feel bad.
You're right. You're absolutely correct. Listen, I am convinced that it's something happening in America only. It is not happening in other countries, and we're just too we're never going to get a chance to uproot our whole entire family and move to another country. But we'd be so much better off if we got up and got out of here.
So the only thing when we weren't drinking wine, my wife, we would order Coke Zero. And she says, you know why? And she goes, I love the way Coke Zero tastes better than Diet Coke. And she says, look at
the sugar.
Look at the back of the cans and the way it's designed.
Aspartame.
And you cannot but get Diet Coke over there. You can only get Coke Zero. So it's either regular Coke or Coke Zero.
Look at that.
No fake
See
stuff.
that? Right, exactly. So Diet Coke is an American-made, invented product here just for Americans. You can't get it in other countries. Look at that. Unbelievable.
God bless the USA.
God bless the USA for making us fat.
Well, I have to say, even though I loved Italy, when we landed and we landed into Newark,
Nothing better.
I said, my wife and I were walking off the plane. I go, doesn't it feel good to be back in Jersey? So we do miss our lovely New Jersey.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. So I just want to say thank you again for having us back here this week. But you know what? You got a fight on your hands because the people in Freehold love us. So
I saw, and that's what I wanted to see happen. I want them to be
that's
engaged.
What's happening.
The whole idea is if we get all the stores engaged.
Doug, he wants you to say no.
can take
Don't go to
advantage.
Freehold. Stay here. Stay
But
here.
they want us to. So now next week we're going to be in Freehold at Freehold Mercedes-Benz. They're putting up a fight over there. They not only are we going to be there next week, but they're already trying to get us for 2 weeks in a row in Freehold now.
I like that.
See that? You see, you taught Lee how to be a great manager, and now she's trying
She's superstar.
stealing
and
the
she's
talent.
and she's doing a great job.
Yeah. So, no, we have a great show planned for next week. We're really excited for it. Today's show is kind of mailing it in now.
I did send a text on Sunday to a friend of mine, which I'll say off there, saying, hey, do you want to come today and do the show or next week to do the show?
Yeah.
And he told me I can't. He says, but I do want to come do the show.
Okay, great.
So
Get it for 2 weeks, so
I'm
Freehold
try-
has to compete.
I'm trying,
Yeah.
and I think it would be a great guest for the show.
So in September.
That's what I'm trying for.
All right, terrific. I think that's great. I think that is good. Taylor Swift, that's what we're going to talk about next. Do you think Taylor Swift is doing the Super Bowl show?
No.
I do not.
Why don't you think so?
Why do you think so?
Because she's so tied into the NFL.
It's called a tease.
Oh, come on. She's been dropping all those, what they're called, the Easter eggs. She's been dropping them everywhere.
Explain it next.
All right, we'll explain it next. Fine, we'll explain it next. All right, guys, listen, we have to take a short break. This is Greg T Live, the podcast from Ray Cattina Mercedes-Benz in Edison, New Jersey. We'll be right back. This, of course, is Where to Go.
Well, thanks to Greg T, Red Tomato Urban Pizzeria is stuck in my head. What color is the tomato? Red Tomato. Red Tomato has been serving Marlboro, Colts Neck, and Manalapan communities with your favorite Italian dishes and delicious pizza for years. And Red Tomato offers gluten-free options and cauliflower crust personal pizzas. Red Tomato is in the Wawa Shopping Center on Route 520, and you can go ahead and order ahead of time at redtomatonj.com. What color is the tomato? Red Tomato. That's where to go.
Where to go? When your comfort's on the line, we'll trust the team that New Jersey counts on. That's CNC, air, heat, plumbing, and electric. Whether it's a sweltering summer day or a freezing winter night, CNC always keeps your home running right. From fast AC repairs to expert heating installs, even those electrical upgrades, these CNC pros, they do it all. Family owned, locally trusted, and available 24/7. Schedule your online service today at cncair.com. That's CNC, air, heat, plumbing, and electric.
Now, if you don't know, Pliables is the popular chain specializing in acai bowls, smoothies, and other superfruit-based treats. Now, Pliables got started back in 2014 right at the Jersey Shore and has grown all across the U.S. They have bowls like acai, dragon fruit, coconut greens, topped with fresh fruit, granola, little honey, and other healthy ingredients. So as summer approaches, get beach-inspired, health-conscious smoothie bowls over at Pliables in Princeton, South Brunswick, and East Windsor, New Jersey. Pliables, that's where to go.
Where to go?
All right, here we go. Will she or won't she? Will Taylor Swift be doing the halftime show in San Francisco at Super Bowl 60, the place where she did her 47th concert on her tour? Will Taylor Swift do the halftime show? And I'm telling you right now, based upon what I just said to you, I didn't even use the word sourdough yet, but she will be there at this year's NFL halftime show. What do you think?
I don't think so.
Why don't you think so?
Well, a couple of things. So the last Super Bowl I went to was in San Francisco.
Okay.
And the reason, and it was a disaster.
Okay.
Because the Super Bowl is not in San Francisco; it's in Santa Clara.
Right. Oh, we
so
understand.
It's like an
that.
hour south.
Right. Okay.
So San Francisco, the city, had so many things going on in it. Plus,
Okay.
But it was also, the city was filthy, horrible.
Okay.
Just a very the last time I was in San Francisco, I bragged about it.
So you're saying that she's not going to go because it's a dirty city?
I'm going to say
He's getting there.
No, I'm getting there. It's because it's a lot of it's not like you're in a central location like Miami. You're not in in certain places,
right?
You know, I just think it's not that she's needs to
I'm
go
following.
around the town, but most of the time people that are going to be there, they want to experience the whole vibe of the Super Bowl. And I thought San Francisco was, just my own personal opinion, was a very disappointing place to go to the Super Bowl. Where I went to see the Giants Patriots play in Indy. And everybody was worried about the weather, and I thought it was probably one of the greatest places to go. The city was great. The people were great.
Right.
The city was super clean.
Yeah.
They had over 5,000 volunteers from the area that helped with that Super Bowl. And I thought, and plus I went to St. Elmo's, where you have to have the best shrimp cocktail in the world.
Yeah.
And that Super Bowl was really, really, it was great to, you'd be in town, and then you walk from the town to the stadium, and then you went into, where this was San Francisco was kind of not an easy vibe in my eyes for the Super Bowl.
So this one you're saying no to because of that. I still didn't. I didn't get a real reason. What I'm gathering is that it's spaced out all over the place.
Well, she's
It's
not going to.
clean.
If she's there, she's not going to want to share the stage with somebody else. Is my mindset, which they've been forcing a lot of key people. Like, I was at San Francisco. It was at San Francisco.
Right,
where
they had to bring on a
where they
guest.
had Coldplay as
Yeah,
but they couldn't let Coldplay be Coldplay. Coldplay had to have 4 other acts
Bruno
that
Mars,
were,
Beyonce.
that were already part of their
right.
own individual that did not have to have other acts.
Okay, Garrett, you've heard what he had to say. What are your thoughts on it? Do you think that she's going to be the halftime show?
No.
Why don't you think so?
Because no more than a week prior, the man who is in charge of booking the Super Bowl, Jay-Z, was the lead frontrunner with Miley Cyrus behind.
That okay, good. So that's your only reason why.
And the fact that she was talking. If you watch the whole podcast, which I did, it was 2 hours long.
Correct.
Imagine us doing a 2-hour podcast.
No, I cannot.
You're having a day.
Yes, I am.
I could tell. So right before she started giving those little, as you say, Easter eggs, and,
Right.
and she talked about numerology, and you and her both love 13 and all that stuff.
Right.
She also said, she goes, you can look into stuff that I talk about if you want, but most of the time it's not the case.
Okay.
And you are doing exactly what she was saying. It's not the case all the time.
But she is dropping way too many hints. Way too many hints. And
I think she's dropping because she's got a new album coming
Right.
out.
Yes.
And she's got 2 songs, according to my wife, which I don't pay attention to this. They're about her now. I guess they were best friends, and now Blake Lively.
Blake Lively,
So she wrote,
possibly, yes.
So,
based off of the titles, we
right.
don't know
So
for a
I
fact.
kind of find that
so you think that she's teasing everybody because she just wants to sell an album? That's the reason why. So she's doing the teases to make everybody think it, just to sell the album.
Her album will be far more popular than her doing the Super Bowl halftime show.
That is ridiculous. No matter what Taylor Swift does, it's going to be popular. She doesn't need to try to promote this album.
It's an Apple Music production, which only means then she won't be able to promote herself on other platforms if she were to do Apple Music.
You guys are
Same reason why when she was a Coca-Cola signed artist and she couldn't do the halftime show because it was run by Pepsi.
You really are. Listen, you're making very good points. Both of you.
He's being very logical.
Garrett is. Garrett, he always does that. He calls me up all the time and goes, you should do that. He makes a lot of sense. He really does. But this one, I'm not buying into it. I think it's too obvious. I think the NFL wants her in the worst way to be the halftime show. I really do. I can't see them wanting anybody else other than Taylor
They've
Swift.
tried for the last 10 years.
And I think this is the one. The timing is impeccable. She's got the album coming out. I think there's so much story, behind her and Travis Kelce.
What about the young guy that does the flip off the piano? Maybe
Benson Boone?
Yeah, maybe he'll be the new halftime show.
Well, maybe Benson Boone is part of her. Maybe she brings him on.
She doesn't need anybody there. She's a one-woman act.
All right, and that's another thing. You don't with Taylor Swift. You don't even need another act. You don't have to bring anybody on.
But a lot
She
of
is
people
it.
that they've had recently, they don't need any other acts, and they force them to bring other people on.
But you know what? Even during her concert, she brought somebody else on during one of her concerts, and she didn't need to. She brought in.
Everybody does that once in a while. They'll do something. They'll have, Springsteen will have a guest.
That's true, right? Exactly.
Paul
no matter
McCartney
what.
will have a guest.
Exactly.
Guns N' Roses will have a guest.
Now we're poking holes in your theory that she doesn't need to bring somebody on.
She doesn't.
And the NFL wants it. But she will, because everybody does it. She will bring on some special guest. She even brought on a special guest at some of our concerts as well.
Could it be like a Jackson Timberlake type scenario?
Oh my goodness. Could you imagine that? Maybe Ed Sheeran comes on and does a song with her. I can listen. There's no convincing him. I'm looking at Garrett right now, and there's no convincing him. He is definitely dug in that she is not doing the halftime
All
show.
because she said, I've toured for the last 3 years and I like to make sourdough.
But she said that on purpose. Who says the word sourdough for no reason?
Well,
Because she made sourdough bread.
Is the
And
mascot.
sourdough happens to be the healthiest bread you can eat.
Healthy bread, and it's also the mascot for sourdough for the 49ers in San Francisco where they're playing. I'm telling you, it adds up and continues to add up. No one just starts a conversation out of nowhere. And when was the last time we had a conversation with anybody that brought up the word sourdough?
When they go, hey, what have you been doing since you finished up tour?
Oh, I'm eating sourdough?
No,
Nobody says that.
She's been making sourdough bread because that's what she does.
No one says I've been making sourdough bread.
I rest my case.
No one says it.
Aiden, make everything that he has said. Every number.
Yes. Aiden, do it. I want to see.
Boom, boom,
and boom, 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 boom,
and then when it gets announced it's September, we put the red X right over his face.
Or when you put the green check mark, cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. It's all there. You do that, Aiden. You do that. That's right. We are now agreeing to disagree on this podcast.
And I see Aiden is all prepared to do this, and he's actually pretty excited to do this.
That's right.
He can't wait to see what the results are going to be. Now, they're going to announce the halftime show probably by...
within a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
By September.
Which will be Taylor Swift. That's what it will be. Taylor Swift.
So you might be able to do your check mark or red X.
Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. That's right. That's right. Well, anyway. All right. Well, Doug, thank you very much for being here. Thank you for starting trouble for us.
I did start trouble.
You did. Thank you very much, Doug. I appreciate it.
All right. Now I'm going to get out of here.
All right. You're going to get out. Right.
He's going to go sell some cars. We still are.
Right.
We're stuck at 2.
We're stuck at 2. That's right. That's right. My parents. Thanks to Doug, though, my parents bought a car. Thanks to Doug.
Well, Doug gets the credit.
Well, Doug gets all the credit for everything. Please, you don't do anything around here without Doug.
We're down to 1 car.
Doug is the man. You can't do anything without Doug. That's for sure. Hey, big news. So next week, Garrett can't be with us. He's going on vacation.
Yep.
Where are you going on vacation?
Florida.
Florida. Are you going to Disney World?
Disney and Universal.
Nice. How many times have you been to Disney World now with the kids?
A bunch of times.
Oh, my God. Don't you love it?
Yep.
It never gets old. It never gets old. Because you know what? When a child sees Mickey Mouse, their eyes light up and it just becomes, it's magical. It is a magical place for all children. So, oh, my God, that's amazing. Well, listen, since you won't be here, I had to get a co-host for next week. So I've dug it out, and I did exactly what you suggested. I called Barada Babe. And we have Barada Babe coming back on with us. She is so excited. So Barada Babe will be sitting in your seat next week.
Awesome. I think you two are going to be great.
I think so too. It's so weird that the two of us hit it off really well. We've built a really nice chemistry with each other within only one visit. Within one visit.
I would say you both just need to get over the you love each other phase.
What do you mean?
Like you both no, you're great. No, you're great. You're so good. No, I think you should get right into it. You're gonna produce a lot of great stuff and conversation. But after you get over the lovey-dovey fest between you two,
you should write us rules. You should write us a list of rules that we cannot do.
I think that's the only rule of the. No, you're great. No, you're the best. No, you're the best. You're the best. I think once you two get over that and get straight to the content, it will be a very awesome episode.
I wish we can call her right now. I'd call her right. I don't know what she's doing right now, but I'd call her right now just to. I really should. I wish I can get her on the phone. And but when I called her to tell her to ask her, can you be on the show? I'm telling you, almost tears fell.
Right.
Like I had to almost control the tears. I was like, it's gonna be fine. You're gonna be okay. And she's like, thank you. Oh my gosh,
she's awesome.
I'm so excited.
I agree.
Yeah, but now it's just to find things to talk about. I don't know what to talk about with her. I really don't.
I think you two.
It's different when I'm just shooting the shit here with you.
I think you two just need to just say a word, and then you know what? Aiden, you're here next week. Come up with a list of words, just like topical words, and then throw it at them, and they can go for probably a good 10 to 20 minutes.
You mean like the game, like the first thing that comes to mind?
No. Like topical things. Aiden would be like, for instance, be like Taylor Swift, and then you two would just go off on talk about Taylor Swift and then it'd be like, all right.
I like that. I think that's a great. I think it's actually a great game. That could be the word game. So we open up. We can have a bucket filled with all of these words.
Just topical.
You put your hand in
topical things.
Right. You open it up, and then that's what the first thing is that comes to mind.
Right.
And you have to talk about it.
Right.
I love that idea. That's a great idea.
That's all you two need.
A bucket of topics. So what do we call? I need a name for it. Bucket of topics.
You love names.
Well, you got to give the audience a name.
Just go with it. Just
bucket of topics.
There you go.
All right. You know what? Hold on. I'm going to write it right down. I'm going to make sure I write down the notes. But we need a bowl.
And then in about 2 hours from now, maybe 2 days.
We need topics.
I'll get. Hey, what was that thing we were talking about on the podcast?
Folded paper.
Me and her are gonna talk about stuff and.
Bucket of topics is what we're calling it. Bucket of topics.
I think you guys will be great. I also think there will be not a solid drop of quietness.
She said she's bringing in more food for us.
Great.
So I'm excited for that. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And I got to tell you, I mean, she's very busy right now. She's building her career. So I was surprised that she, was able to be like, listen, I'll do it. I was really nervous. I thought maybe she wasn't going to do it. She might have said, oh, I just did this show about a couple of weeks ago. I'm not going to, it's too soon. But I'm really thankful that she made some time for us.
See, get it out of your system now.
What?
You're not allowed to tell her, be like, oh, I'm so surprised that you're good. Get right into the show.
I feel as if like you're sensing something that you're not sensing. I don't know why. We just hit it off. We're two people that just hit it off.
Well,
we have good chemistry together.
I think you hit it off, and for the sake of the content of the show, just jump right into it.
All right, so next week, Barada Babe will be on the show. That's all I want to say, is that I'm excited for Barada Babe. She will be here, and I don't know what we're going to do, but now I know that we will be talking about bucket of topics.
Why are you excited?
I'm excited to have her on the show. I really am. All right, listen, we're going to take our last and final Where to Go break. If you're a small business and you'd like to advertise on this podcast, please, 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 we beg for you to throw your advertisement right here on this podcast. Just message me at Greg T Live on Instagram. Go to Greg T Live on Instagram. Message me where to go, and I'll reach out to you. We'll set something up, and next week you will be advertising right here on this podcast. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Where to Go.
Well, thanks to Greg T, Red Tomato Urban Pizzeria is stuck in my head. What color is the tomato? Red tomato. Red Tomato has been serving Marlboro, Cold Neck, and Manalapan communities with your favorite Italian dishes and delicious pizza for years. And Red Tomato offers gluten-free options and cauliflower crust personal pizzas. Red Tomato is in the Wawa Shopping Center on Route 520, and you can go ahead and order ahead of time at redtomatonj.com. What color is the tomato? Red tomato. That's where to go.
Where to go.
When your comfort's on the line, we'll trust the team that New Jersey counts on. That's CNC, air, heat, plumbing, and electric. Whether it's a sweltering summer day or a freezing winter night, CNC always keeps your home running right. From fast AC repairs to expert heating installs, even those electrical upgrades, these CNC pros, they do it all. Family owned, locally trusted, and available 24/7. Schedule your online service today at cncair.com. That's CNC, air, heat, plumbing, and electric.
Now, if you don't know, Pliables is the popular chain specializing in acai bowls, smoothies, and other superfruit-based treats. Now, Pliables got started back in 2014 right at the Jersey Shore and has grown all across the U.S. They have bowls like acai, dragon fruit, coconut greens, topped with fresh fruit, granola, little honey, and other healthy ingredients. So as summer approaches, get beach-inspired, health-conscious smoothie bowls over at Pliables in Princeton, South Brunswick, and East Windsor, New Jersey. Pliables, that's where to go.
Where to go.
One. And we're back on this Monday morning, getting ready to wrap things up from Edison, from Ray Katina, Mercedes-Benz, from Edison.
You got it.
Getting ready to wrap things up from Edison. I'm Greg T, that's Garrett, and I think we did a pretty good job here today.
Yeah, especially since you thought it was going to be crap.
Iced cream. Iced cream. You should have asked Doug what he thought. Ice cream. Ice cream.
See, you're saying it two different ways now.
What do you mean?
You're saying it with the D and without the D.
Well, you can say it fast by saying it's ice cream. Ice cream.
You say, you, as a normal person, that's how you say it.
Ice cream. Or you say it's iced cream. Iced cream.
It's not iced.
Listen, you know what? Why don't you take it back to work? When you go back to work tomorrow, you ask the guys, is it ice cream or is it iced cream?
I don't know if I could pitch that. Maybe. Like that?
I think it's pretty good. I think you would go with it.
I don't think I can make it work. Maybe you should try it.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
That's my line.
Yeah, how do you like that?
That is my line.
How do you like
I can't make it
look,
work.
so over in the Hazlitt Cafe in Lavalette, New Jersey.
That's one thing we didn't get a chance to talk about today.
There's a coffee shop that is going viral for all the wrong reasons right now.
I heard all about it.
So apparently there was a mom and daughter who came in to get some coffee, I'm sure, with mom and her 3-year-old daughter.
Is this a what would you do?
I guess you can phrase it that way.
What would you do?
So as as the mom and daughter are sitting, getting some coffee,
Right.
and here's a photo. Everything's blurred out.
I'm seeing it.
The 3-year-old tapped on the table,
Right.
fell over and broke.
Okay, gotcha.
So you see the table right here.
Yes, it's broken.
How much would you say that table costs?
You could probably get it on Amazon for about $45, maybe $60. $60.
Well, mom couldn't leave the restaurant because the restaurant wanted her credit card to charge her $1,600
$1,600? You got to be crazy.
for a probably not stable table that was pushed over and I guess now broken. So mom took to
All right, so mom says no, I'm not doing this.
and then took to TikTok, and that's where the TikTok police and investigators took over. And
Isn't it a $1,600 table?
apparently that's what the restaurant says.
But did
I guess it was a custom made, so that's where you would put it at $1,600.
Okay, fine. So it's a $1,600 table, and then so the mom she had to pay for it, or she didn't pay for it.
I didn't get to read the rest of the story about it.
I mean, here's the thing: if you go to a store and you break something, you definitely have to buy it.
Right, but
You break it, you buy it.
But like she said too, it wasn't like the 3-year-old went in there with intentions of breaking over.
I understand that it was an accident.
Accidents do happen. And,
I understand
and
that.
you have insurance on your business for a reason. For things like that.
You break it, you buy it.
Well, you break it if you're buying something. Like she had no intent of buying this table.
Nobody does when something breaks. Nobody has any intention. You don't go to a store and you have an intention of breaking it. I mean, the thing is,
but you just said it was you thought it was a $40 table, not a $1,600 table.
Well, listen, I would expect myself to say, oh my God, I can't believe I broke this table. How much is this table? Let me pay for it. Then when you find out it's a $1,600 table, then maybe you go, okay, maybe we split it. We go halvesies.
So just like you, the cafe owner said on the phone, they kept repeating, our policy is you break it, you pay for it.
You break it, you buy it.
Yeah. And then she stayed in the cafe.
They had to call the police, obviously.
I don't see anything of that nature right here. But
that's what you would do. You would call the police, obviously, and you'd have the police, figure it all out. But to stay there and to argue it for how long? It doesn't make any sense. You just go call the police. Call the police. Let them iron this whole thing out.
And it was on the leaving day of the shore. That last day of the shore when you're leaving, you're packing up. The car's all packed, getting ready to go.
Right.
Stopping in and get some coffee, and then all of a sudden you get a $1,600 bill.
So what happened to the lady?
The lady, they're I guess they're trying to work it out right now. Apologize. Apparently once this went to TikTok took it upon themselves to leave some of their feelings on the restaurants, the cafes, Yelp pages.
Ryan, you gave us a story. Ryan, tell us what happened to the lady in the coffee store. The owners? Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
The owners are getting harassed. Yeah, the video has over 10 million views.
And now their Google reviews are getting crapped on.
Yeah, sleuths found the table at Anthropology that retails for $1,600.
Wow.
So it's like a faux table, like. Yeah, no, I saw the picture.
It's like a foyer table. Right. Right. It shouldn't be there. It didn't belong there. Everyone wants them to sue because it's dangerous. Gotcha. Thank you. We're getting the story as we are streaming live. We're getting the story right now.
That's how it works on this place.
Listen, I think that if you break it, you buy it, and I think that then if there was a bigger problem there, then you call the police. The police come and do their job, and the police come in. They'll write up a report, and then the business owner could take it to them later on, could sue them for damages or for anything they want later on. That's what I think. That's how it works.
You don't put a 6. Do you go to Dunkin'?
Of course I go to Dunkin'.
Or Starbucks?
Of course I go to Starbucks.
Do you see a $1,600 table at
I
either
do
of those?
not.
Exactly.
I do not.
That's your problem right there. You have a $1,600
You know what? I got to tell you,
table.
I like this subject. Maybe from now on, you bring in a topic, and it'll be like, you make the call.
Right.
I like it. Look at that. A new segment was born here today on this podcast. A You Make the Call segment. I like it, bro. All right. On that note, we are finishing up. We're out of here. And ladies and gentlemen, we will be doing Greg T Live, the podcast, from the Freehold Mercedes-Benz dealership next week. We'll be in Freehold, New Jersey on Route 9. Please stop by, come on by, and purchase a car. Where are we on somebody buying a car?
Well, as you said, Doug got credit for one, so we're down to one.
We need you to buy a car, Ray Katina. You must buy a Ray Katina vehicle. We realize it's the dog days of summer. We realize you're on vacation. You must buy a car. Come on into Ray Katina Mercedes-Benz. I'll be at Freehold, New Jersey, Route 9 next week. We want you to buy a car. I'm Greg T. This is Garrett.
Yes.
You ready?